And boom, we are rolling, folks. Another edition Beyond Average. Welcome back, everybody. Hello, my guy. How are you?
What's happening? How we doing?
I think this is the longest we have gone since Beyond Average has started without releasing an episode. It's been about 3 weeks now.
Well, you became a dictator and you canceled every episode.
Oh, no. So you were unhappy. I saw your tweet. Were you actually unhappy with me about that?
No, not at all.
Not at all?
I figured it'd be a good time to try to make myself look good without actually presenting any evidence.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you thought you had a good episode there, huh?
Yeah, not
the
even.
tape says otherwise, I would say there.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding with you. I think we should start there before we even get into any KMS stuff. I didn't even talk to you about this off the air because I want your genuine, I guess, reaction or answers here. We'll do a little state of the BAP, right? You ready for this? A little state of affairs, state of the union, state of the BAP, okay? I guess what I'm asking you is where are you at with the show? Like, where are you at with it? How do you feel about the show? What is your overall, I guess, like what's your commitment level? How do you feel about our show right now overall?
I feel like we're in a good spot. I feel like we've made good improvements. And I was actually thinking the other day, like, how crazy, maybe it's not that crazy, but like, it's pretty cool that we're still going, especially when you think of like our first episode or our first episodes. I mean, literally using this, like, one
small little USB mic.
Yeah. Like when we're sitting right next to each other.
Yep. It's been a journey.
So it's been a cool journey. I think we're doing good. I love it. And, yeah, I enjoy it. You know, I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
Right, and I guess what I'm asking you is where do you what's our expectation level? Like, are you satisfied with just doing this show for how long? I guess that's what I'm getting at. Like, what is the purpose for you doing the show? And I don't know, so I'm actually asking this. Like, what is your purpose for doing the show? Is it to satisfy me and help me out, or is it to more like you enjoy doing the show?
Both, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, meaning what? Like what levels of what? Like if you had to put a percentage on it.
Well, like I would say that like I'm like not incapable, but you carry the load in the sense of the production side of things.
For sure, yeah. But that's always been kind of talked about. Like I think that's known, and like, but I mean, just like from like that's been since day one, and I've told you I have no problem with that because I was kind of the one pushing this idea a little bit, and I wanted to do it, and it also helped me get a job, and that was one of the driving factors. I wanted to use this podcast and this whole thing, this project, I called it, to send to a company and say, hey, look, I started this on my own. It got X amount of followers. We've done this many shows. We had interviewed these people. Like, I don't know if I'm a great podcast host, but I'm sure I could help your show and your company. And that worked. Somehow that worked, and it scammed your way. It's not some ideal job that I have, but it's a step in the right direction, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So I guess my whole thing was originally I did the show for two reasons. Like I enjoyed it. Like that in its own, like as simple as I could say, like I enjoy doing this. I really enjoy doing it with you. And I think that it helps that it's not a job. It's not at any point where we have to do it where we don't want to. It's not like that. We're not under contract. We don't have to do a certain amount of episodes. Yeah. Particularly like last few weeks, like I've just been kind of out of it. Wasn't really feeling. We tried to do a couple episodes too, as we alluded to earlier. Like it just didn't go well, at least in my opinion. And I listened to them back. I'm like, I just don't want to. I don't want people to listen to this and think this is what Beyond Average Podcast is. And that was just my biggest gripe with how those shows went. It wasn't anything that you said or I said. I just was listening to that. I was flat. I got a lot of other shit going on that we don't need to talk about. But my point is the only reason the break is because we just, in my opinion, weren't doing things enough to entertain people for like a good episode. Yeah. And I guess that's where I'm asking you where you're at with the show, because we have this great opportunity with the Kirk Minahan YouTube network, a ton of new eyeballs. And again, we're not trying to use this as a step ladder.
Sure you're not.
Yeah, are you sure, Manners? I'm looking at you, Manners.
Manners, we should probably check up on. Did you see Laura posted a photo, and I thought Manners
beautiful,
was
by the way.
Out. Yeah.
What a beautiful lady. Is she the most? Everybody's beautiful in the Miniverse, so let's start there. But is she the most beautiful Miniverse person that we've interacted with?
We've talked about that. We're going to rate our fans. Maybe we'll do it one day.
Yeah, I think she would be the top of the list as far as.
But she posted a photo in her dress from like high school or something, and I was like, Manners is gonna fucking.
He has it on his wall. He's got a fat head of it, just sitting right on his door right now.
For sure,
100%. But back to that, like I think with this opportunity, and I don't want you to take this the wrong way because I'm in the same way. I think we got to be dialed in a little more. I think we got to take this and take it a little even more serious. And this is as somebody who didn't release two straight weeks of episodes, so I'm guilty as well. But just in general, I think we just got to be like, dialed in would be the phrase I would use, but like we just kind of, I don't know. I feel like we both got. I take it too serious sometimes, and I think that's a problem. And I feel like sometimes you're not taking it serious enough, and I think that's also a good thing and a bad thing. Where it's not good, where sometimes there's frustration on my end, where I'm like, damn, like I wish you had more to. I just wish that you cared as I did, but then I realized I'm like I care too much. Like it's there's a balance there, and I think we both know that. Like I know you care about it, I know you want it to do good, but you're realistic about it, and so am I. Like we're not. It's not going to be JRE. It's not going to be anything like that. But still, if we're going to come on here, especially in front of like the Kirk Minahan Network and we've gained listeners and hundreds and if not thousands of people listening, like. I just want to be fully committed to it. I want to be fully into it. And I feel like, especially in the summertime, and that has a lot to do with my schedule, in the past 2 summers that we've been doing the show, we've let it slip away a little bit. And I don't think it's, I want you to feel the same way where like, if we don't do an episode, we should do, we got to get an episode out. You know what I mean? Like I kind of want that sense of urgency where like, I think sometimes it just, I'm reluctant to be like, okay, well, we don't need to. Like me and Christian, we haven't really talked about doing it. We're kind of off week. It is what it is. Like, it's easier for me to kind of think like that where I don't want to think like that. You know what I mean? So if you were kind of giving me a little more with it, like, hey, what are we talking about this week on the pod? We haven't really talked about this week. What's our agenda? You're not really talking about it. We usually have a text conversation this week. Like the last 3 weeks when we did the show, we didn't really talk about anything we were going to talk about. We both showed up. We did it. Obviously, there was other shit going on, but I just feel like a little more just on both of our ends, just a little more commitment level to it,
I hear that.
But that's really all I got. I don't have like a crazy gripe or anything like that. I just kind of was curious on where you're at with everything when it comes to, I guess, beyond average. But you make it clear. I think it's a fair answer. I think you're what's up?
Well, I was going to say, like, I mean, a lot of it is just like being exhausted with work on top of like sometimes I'm just like, I've been tired. I haven't been like, in the news world, or for lack of better terms,
or just creative. You don't feel like trying to be creative. You don't feel like trying to entertain. I just want to chill. And sometimes that's not the best thing to listen to. And I think we both would agree.
100%.
Right?
100%. Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's kind of what I'm alluding to with the summer, where it's
when you're picking
that's
up
when I get crazy, right? That's when my schedule goes crazy. So obviously, I would the first 3 weeks that it's happened now, the podcast has suffered, and so that's kind of my point. Where like, as long as we're both on the same page and we're thinking about the show kind of throughout the week, and each day if we text each other a couple ideas, we do whatever it is. I'm not, we don't need to go crazy with it, but I guess it makes it easier for me to be like, all right, you're down. I kind of like don't want to let you down with the expectations, so let's make sure we get the show out. Let's make sure we get the people, because I know people do like the show. I don't know why. I have no idea why, but people do like the show, and a lot of people have asked me the last 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks, like, where's the show? Like, what's going on? So, yeah, no, I just want to bring that up, and we don't have to keep going deep into that. But yeah, that's kind of where we wanted to start today. Do you want to jump right into the KMS talk? Do you want to wait a little bit? Yeah,
we go. Yeah, when we
hop right into that. Yeah. Okay, so. Since we've last, I'll just do a quick little rundown of what I think has majorly happened since we last talked. Obviously, the Magnolia Week.
Yep.
Which was great. All the live shows, they
all almost died from COVID.
I was just gonna say everybody got COVID, so that didn't
Except
sound
for Mike,
good.
fucking tank.
I think he might have had it though recently, right? Didn't he say he got sick? Right?
Yeah, they were thinking
he's just a no test guy. He's like,
but that was before they went to Magnolia, regardless. So maybe he just had like the auto. Is that what you mean? Like he had the
yeah. If right now, if you felt sick, would you go get a COVID test?
Yeah, if I was sick, I would. Every time I've felt sick, I've gotten one.
Okay.
Like, what do you mean sick? Like,
really sick? Not like I shouldn't say on your deathbed, but like
case right now. Like, yeah,
enough not to go to work.
Yeah, you had to go get one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fair.
Unless it was like a stomach bug.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I meant like the COVID.
Yeah.
The head
anything,
cold.
Yeah, any of that. Yeah, I'd go
chills,
get one.
Shit like that.
Yeah, I'd get one.
But yeah, the live shows were great, and then that following week was the Kevin from Bristol call, which was I laughed out loud like 3 times. I listened to it back. There was times where Kirk fully loses it, screaming at him. Like, I mean, it was unbelievable.
I think he was great entertainment.
Kirk. I think so too. Yeah,
I was kind of surprised by it. I didn't catch I don't know if I caught what he felt so jaded at. Like, I didn't really get it, to be honest with you. Like it didn't seem like it sounded like it was pretty much on par. It sounded like almost like Harrison's
very similar, right?
Like, it was like it was like Kirk was kind of doing you a favor by even bringing it up and kind of giving
nobody
notice
is going to listen to that and be like, okay, we're not voting
Yeah,
for this shit. Like,
if anything, it's
if
the
you're going to
opposite.
vote for it,
Yeah.
you're going to vote for it.
Yeah.
If you're not going to vote for it, you're not going to vote for
Which
it.
I did. And
Shut up. Wow, look at you.
before any of that came up, and I had already voted, and I was told that I'd get a hand job from Kevin. So
Wow. And people say you're not a big Minute fan.
you know what I mean? And I'm
it's
out here
ridiculous.
I'm out here voting,
It's
trying to
ridiculous.
bring small business up.
That's right. That's right.
I got Menners trying to bring me down. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I did Menners' show. What was it? Probably a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's
we
right.
kind of patched it up a little bit. We were laughing. He's officially booked his trip to the Wilbur, so he's gonna.
insane.
I told him if he comes to Boston, he's welcome to come to the Cape. He's just I don't know if he's allowed here. We've talked about like I don't think he's allowed at the house. I don't. We'll meet him at a very public location.
Yeah.
2 hour.
Just take him golfing.
Something like that. Yeah,
take him golfing.
There you go. Yeah, and I'm even
Get him
down.
some
Maybe
beers in him. Let's get that
and
accent
then
going.
see where it goes.
Turns into a New Jersey accent. Call him out on it.
All of a
It'll be
sudden,
great.
yeah, he's talking like a New Yorker. Our boy Chris Klemmer is done with his podcast, his daily at a theater near me. That obviously ended because of the COVID.
And already a controversy to start up with his new one.
It's crazy,
Pretty
right?
good.
Yeah, I guess
I think it's on purpose. I think he was like, if I start with controversy, people have to talk about it. Like, it'll be.
I started out not liking him, but like I think he's
Seems
just
innocent.
an idea person who wants to try shit, and like he's quick to abandon something like this blog idea.
What's his wife do?
It sounds like they must have some money.
From
which is good
her
for them,
job
right?
or from family?
I have no idea, but for anybody who is dating that man and is supporting the whole, the podcast.
Maybe it's his
and all
money though.
that.
Maybe it's his family's money, and then it's
I don't know what they're. I have no idea, but I mean, she sounds like a great lady.
He has no kids though.
No,
so like
no, it doesn't. No,
how are you? Like it's like what you know what I mean? It's kind of like
Yeah.
like what is your position in that relationship exactly?
I imagine like I think like he's in on the he's in on it. He doesn't mind being the punching bag, but I'm sure like if it was between his relationship and at a theater near me, I would hope to I have no idea.
I don't know.
I would hope to think he would say, all right, enough of this stupid podcast. But hey, maybe not. But that's why I can't really hate on the guy. He's committed.
Yeah. What's his new? It's something about like every single one from the 40s. What is it exactly?
No, it's every Oscar
from the
nominee
40s, right?
or from ever, like ever.
I think they started. Yeah, I think they started then.
ever,
Or
like literally ever. Yeah. So what an idea that is. Who knows if that's gonna take off? But another thing I wanted. This is another example of why that show can be so funny sometimes. Dude, that golf ball segment that they did, where about the lawsuit that's happening, like the $5 million lawsuit. I forget which country club it was or which neighborhood it was, but everybody knows what I'm talking about if you listen to the Kirk Minute. Dude, when they were talking about it and they were like, when Mike was like saying like, imagine just having like the landlord trying to sell it to you or the real estate agent and you just hear like thuds hit the golf balls hitting the roof, dude. I was losing it.
It wouldn't be like that though. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's the biggest exaggeration ever, right? Yeah.
Like,
come on.
I just couldn't imagine what the courtroom was like. Like, or the, like, what was their complaint? Like, I just don't understand how they didn't go up there, say their gripe, and then the defense gets up there and is like, you were aware it was a golf course when you bought the house, correct? Like, I don't know. Like, I figured if you're under the impression,
well, from what
you should have an understanding that golf balls are probably going to be coming in your direction if you're on a golf course.
From what the husband was talking about, I forget his name. Let's call him Mr. Kellerman. From what Mr. Kellerman was talking about, I actually might be. I don't know if it is. But from what Mr. Kellerman said is he was comparing it basically to like Russia, Ukraine right now, where it's just, it's like the Ukraine where there's bombs everywhere.
Similar.
Yeah. And like his kids can't go outside 9 months a year because it's unsafe in the backyard. Like it's a very serious situation. What it sounds like.
I mean, people don't talk about that enough. Like what the real world problems when you live in a country club.
Right.
Like we're talking about your kid's health.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, this is
a season of terror for these poor people every single season, right? What do you think? Like February comes around, they're like, we got to get out of this place. We got to run, guys. Get your helmet on every day. Come on.
Like what's worse? Golden Hills Golf Course Country Club or living in the Bronx, like in the hood somewhere.
You tell me.
Probably the country club.
Flint, Michigan, or the country club. We
probably
don't know.
The country club. And that's why I'm glad they sued and got the money they needed for their protection.
$5 million. Think of that. Almost in total is what, who knows if it's going to be upheld and crap
they
like
move
that.
out?
So that's the thing.
I wouldn't move out. I would take the
lady,
5 and then I'd say, you know what? I'm staying actually.
The lady's quoted at the end of the article saying, we wouldn't want to put another family through this. We couldn't do this. We couldn't sell this house. Are you kidding me? No one would buy this junk. It's unsafe.
Beautiful.
I mean, these people are unbelievable, right? I mean, it's like the biggest. This is like a Better Call Saul scam. This
Words
really
out
is,
of my
dude.
mouth.
It really
was gonna say,
though.
is this Better Call Saul?
Yeah,
is Saul
really
the lawyer?
dude. Oh my god! And they bought it. The best part was it wasn't like I don't think the golf course is new. Like they bought the house.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
On the golf course, very well knowing. You know, like
how do you get $5 million? Is what I
don't know.
700
It
golf
makes
balls.
no sense to me. It makes zero sense to me. It's nothing at all. Crazy people, man. I don't know if you're in that jury and you decide like, hey, these
You
people,
suck.
yeah, you're just
suck.
a fucking
You're a
asshole.
juror and you
really
sided
are.
with that. You suck.
A fucking asshole. But no, it's great couple weeks on the KMS show. Do you have anything else on them?
No, I think the that call was pretty much the my highlight was Kevin from Bristol freaking out. He came in hot, dude.
It sounded
Like a
like
fucking
again
piss
like
missile.
somebody who has just had enough. He's had enough of the guy. Do you know why Kirk really hates him? Did you catch
No,
that?
I didn't. He said I fucking hate you.
I
didn't even know he hated him.
remember this. They were doing like a Minifan Hall of Fame. This was like
he
probably like a
tweeted
year and a
him
half
or
ago now.
DM'd him?
I think he texted him and he was like, "Hey, like I need to be in this Minifan Hall of Fame. Like this is this is right up my alley. I've done so much." And like that is a ridiculous text to send. Like in the whole grand scheme of things, all of this is ridiculous. Us doing this show is ridiculous. Yeah. But to send that text to a multi-millionaire who doesn't give a fuck about any of this.
I respect it. I mean, what do you expect when you have an army? Like he can't expect to have an army. Like he was talking the other day that he's going to send the army after the radio guys.
Yes.
and their phone calls. You can't expect to have that kind of power and expect them to be normal people. You know what I mean? You got loonies.
Fair point.
You have loonies.
Oh my god, he's the king of the crazies.
Yeah.
He's the king of the crazies.
Yeah,
right?
so you can't expect Kevin to be completely there.
No. I heard him say that he was listening to the network again on one of the more recent shows. I forget which one it was and which show he was listening to. Oh, by the way, check out all the network shows. They are fantastic. Shout out our boy Daver. Shout out the False 9 guys, all that, the Billboard chart guy. He's got his show. Everybody's been doing great. VD. I don't know where VD's been, but I love VD.
Everybody always asks me about VD. He's the most. He's probably him and up until more recently it's been VD. Everybody asked me, but before him, everybody always asked about Squirt Reynolds.
Yeah, Reynolds disappeared
again
off Twitter. He tucks his tail. I mean that happens. Yeah, he'll be back for the midterms.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, it's political. It's right now it's boring because everybody kind of even the liberals hate Biden and shit like that. So there's nothing for him to really get fired up about right now.
They're not fighting back.
Right.
They're like, yeah, I know, we know, we're with you, we agree.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, VD's always talked about, and we do love VD. Check out all the network shows. But Kirk was saying, back to my point, Kirk was saying that he was checking out some of the network shows, and that begs the question that I've asked you multiple times, and Al downstairs, Sam Zink, another big Minifan. I've talked to a lot of Minifans, and I've asked them this. Do you think he's listened to 1 minute of Beyond Average podcast?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I'm like very confident in saying that he hasn't.
No. Well, the only minute that he's probably listened to is when Mike or Dave or one of them cut up something and they played it, like when they talked about our underwear
off the
thing.
show. Off the show.
I mean?
Nothing to do with the Kirk Minahan show. He's at home. 7 p.m.
No, just put it on.
We're streaming
just
live.
check, like what's on the network.
Yeah. He says he listens just about everything.
Maybe
right?
by accident.
Yeah, but he didn't give it more than like 25 seconds, right?
Nah.
Yeah, I don't think
chance.
so either. Yeah, I know.
Like I don't think he'd be able to be like, oh, I could give you a topic they've talked about, or like I remember a segment that they've spoken on. Like no chance.
That's true.
Yeah,
Blind Mike could. I mean, he steals our topics every single time. No, I'm just kidding with you. Shout out Blind Mike because he. I don't know. Do you listen to Why Are You Laughing? You check that out. That's right up your alley. You
BlindMikePatreon.com or whatever.
There you go.
Did I just do it? Did I do it right? Is it Blind Mike at Patreon? What is it?
That's it. You nailed it. You nailed it.
There we go.
No, but he's got his Why You're Laughing show with he does a different comedian every time and breaks down their history and their career and shit like that. Mm-hmm. It's really good. And I'm not even just saying that because I'm a Minifan. Like I actually like the show.
Speaking of that, is Kirk's hate for Bill Burr real?
Oh yeah, you were talking about that. You asked me that.
Yeah, I can't tell.
Like obviously everybody knows like Bill Burr back in the day was a little more like what's the black and white stand up he did where it's in black and white? I don't
Paper Tiger, I think.
There you go. Yeah, I think that's what it is. That was fantastic, right? That was unbelievable. Yeah. His newer stuff is a little like Seinfeld-y where it's like just like complaining about the world and like why is this shit like that?
That's
and like
always been.
Yeah, but it used to be a little more original where I feel like I don't know, like I guess like that act gets a little old after a little while.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think that's Kirk's. I love Bill Burr. I think he's hysterical.
Yeah, he's the best.
But like I don't listen to his podcast every week or anything like that, so I can't pretend to be like a mega fan.
I used to try.
Yeah,
it's like really free flowing.
Yeah.
Just like him, like kind of off the cusp.
He doesn't strike me as like a good like radio podcast
He's
host.
pretty good though because he's good at ranting.
That's
you gotta
true.
understand he's really good at ranting. He's similar to Tim Dillon in the sense of being able to just rant.
Don't compare him. Come on.
He's the best ever.
Come
I
on.
love Tim Dillon, but Bill Burr is the rant.
He's a better
king.
ranter than
He's
Tim
the
Dillon.
Rant king.
Yeah, he is good.
He's
the
the best.
He's
I mean,
good.
I would say Tim Dillon's the second, but
Yeah. Fair.
he's up there.
Um,
But yeah, I don't know if that's real or not.
who knows?
Can't tell.
Who?
Can't tell if that's.
I think he's probably just tired. Like I think he would admit that he's got a very good career and whatnot, but you know, I think he's probably just tired of that act, right? I don't know. Like I kind of get it. Like you kind of know what Bill Burr.
He said
like,
Kevin Hart sucks too, though. He just basically said everybody sucks except for Dennis. Somebody, I didn't even know who the fuck it was.
Yeah, he's an older guy. I mean, I don't know. I feel like with Bill Burr though specifically,
Like he'd probably say Dave Chappelle sucks. That's why I'm like, I don't think I could trust Kirk's comedy opinion.
I don't
It is a
think he
comedy
would say
opinion. Sucks.
I don't think he
Probably.
would say
I mean,
he
it's
sucks.
pretty.
Like I think he would say kind of like with anything, a lot of if you follow him, like like he just gets tired of shit very easily. And if everybody starts to like the person, he immediately goes the other way usually. Like it's like
He just doesn't like comedians. That's where I'm at. If you
Yeah,
don't like
probably.
any of them, you just don't like
that's
comedians.
probably I think
You know what I
he's
mean?
quick to shit on the comedians because
Yeah.
the comedians are kind of sensitive. Like they're very sensitive on selective issues. Like the Will Smith thing, every single person had to come out and be like, "This is ridiculous."
Yeah.
Like, well, you know what I mean? Like, comedians do get a little sensitive for people who say they're not sensitive. Like
For sure.
yeah. Like you know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm getting at. It's kind of like your right wingers. You know the free
my team.
yeah, it's your guys right there.
Yeah, they're fucking holy shit, dude. Both sides are just fucking out of their minds.
Yeah, it is. It's wild.
Yeah, they're like really fucking fighting Disney. Like that's their life right now. Is
that still going on? They're still
dude.
fighting
I have
Mickey
no
Mouse.
fucking idea, dude. I just know that the Republicans hate Disney right now. I can tell you that.
Really? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I know. That's all I know right now. Is that I'm pretty, or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe I'm off, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Republicans fucking hate Disney right now.
Do you think there's parents around the world that were like, we have our trip to Disney planned in say August? It's probably pretty hot, but say October.
Do people think like the Disney
Like
cares
we're
about
not.
politics?
Just say they're extreme right wingers. Say,
Sure.
kids really love
Disney or
they love Goofy. No, the family. The
Okay,
family
yeah.
of 5 from
All
Ohio.
Yep.
They love Goofy. They love the Disney characters. They want to see Minnie. They want to see everybody running around there, doing their thing.
Gunner and Parker.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Running
Gunner
around.
and Parker. Gunner and Parker. Exactly. That's their names. Would this stop a family from going? I guess what percentage of families that were gonna go would not go because of this?
Because
Like, is there like a 10%? Do you think there's 10% of the crazy right wingers that are like, we can't take our kids to Disney? I mean, they support this?
they got rainbows up in there.
Yeah, like, are you
They got
kidding me?
Rainbow Mickey up in there.
Oh
I
my
tell you.
god, dude! Do you think that's actually happening though? You think there's anybody around the country that's
No,
like
anybody that says they're not going because they aren't going because of Rainbow Mickey can't afford to go to Disney. First of all, they live in a trailer park.
That's a great point.
Like, there's no chance they're going. So, like, yeah, no, that's not hurting their business. Definitely not.
No,
I don't think. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, definitely not.
fair point.
Like like those kind of Republicans, they can't afford it.
Right?
Those are the trash Republicans.
Yeah,
for
the
sure.
trailer park.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, there's probably nothing worse in the world than a poor person Republican.
Yeah,
Like you know what I mean? Like,
it's
if you're a
tough.
rich Republican, like, you probably like their way they go about their money. That's probably why you like you probably feel like you're more of like a fiscal Republican, like,
Yeah.
like more money wise.
You just like the financially conservative.
Like, if you're
aspect.
poor and you're a Republican, what are you doing with your life? That's
Yeah,
what I want.
hey,
Like
you just stand up for it, man.
Like, what do you just hate? I think
freedom, brother.
Yeah,
you know
like,
what I mean?
What is going on there? That's a wild one for me.
Oh God,
Like a diehard Republican that's just like, yeah.
lunatics. Is
Yeah.
what they are. Lunatics. Those people. Those type of people are fucking lunatics. But speaking of traveling and Disney and tourist location, this is one that I read and I was like, I can't wait to talk about this in the podcast. How about this one? American Airlines passenger caused disruption. I don't know exactly the words that she was saying and what
Mike Tyson?
No, not the Mike Tyson one. We'll get to him in a second. We'll get to that. But this is better. This is one that kind of got overlooked from the Tyson thing because the Tyson was the biggest plane
Tyson
story,
took
right?
the plane news right
Completely.
away. What do you got?
An American Airlines passenger was, basically threatening and going crazy on the plane, and they duct taped her to the seat.
Oh, I've seen this is protocol.
Amazing protocol is what it is. I need to know who is who invented this idea, and it's fantastic. Are you kidding me? We don't need to land the plane. We land the plane.
Fiscally responsible.
Imagine if you're on a red eye and you land in fucking Oklahoma because some jackass is screaming. No, thank you.
You'll see
duct tape his ass right now. And the best part is, dude, I thought maybe they duct tape her because like she was literally like causing harm and trying to run around, which I'm sure that was part of it. They duct tape her mouth, dude. Like, that's the best part of it. It's like, here you go, bitch. Shut up.
What if she
like,
said
that was it. Like, smell you later, honey.
What if she had like a stuffy nose?
I probably did. She's probably gonna she's probably gonna win the lawsuit. I imagine this can't be legal.
You can duct tape their mouth. That's interesting.
That's kind of wild, right? I love it. I love this thing.
What's she doing?
This.
How egregious was? What was she doing?
But she
just didn't have a mask on. Like,
no. That's the point, though, and that I'm glad you asked that because it doesn't matter what she's doing. It's not like they said, "Hey, we're just gonna the one bad word, we're gonna duct tape you." She's been warned. She said, "Miss, please calm down. We don't need this to escalate. Please stop." Once you've been told 3 or 4 times by the employees of the plane or restaurant or anything for that matter, it's on you, dude. If it doesn't make sense to you, if anything, this lady's a lunatic. Yeah. You have to be imagine to the point where you've had to be duct taped to the plane and your mouth gets duct taped and then explain that one.
Is there any situation in the world, even if they had the wrong guy, where people come onto the plane like a plane marshal or whoever and they're like, "Hey, you got to get off." And you're like, "No."
No.
Or if you're up in the sky, I guess, and they're like, "Hey, you got to shut up, man." And you're just like, "No."
I think that's kind of what was happening.
Like what?
She was going on these crazy tangents around the plane, and they were like, "Hey, people are trying to sleep. You have to stop."
There should be like in order to fly on a plane, you should have to be able to pass like some kind of mental stability test. Like,
I mean, yeah, to fly alone, right? You should. You shouldn't. Put it this way: I don't know what you want to call it.
We're too high up in the sky for there to be a crazy person. Like, we can't have anything go wrong here. We just got to sit here.
Okay, so listen to this. Here you go. She tried to open the door mid-flight.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Mid-flight.
Not only should we duct tape her, we should just kill her.
I think we should have let her open the door and let her fly right out.
If it wouldn't have sucked everybody else out there, I would have 100% agree. She should die.
Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, wow. I kind of missed that detail when I first read it. Yeah, she tried to open the fucking flight door. By the way, the people who sit in the emergency exit like volunteer, lunatics. Like, I want none of that responsibility.
Like if you're the, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but like if you're the passenger and like you witnessed that she tried to kill you, right? Like if you're in the thinking of the court of law, there's already been an attempted murder on your life when she tried to open the door. Now that she's duct taped up, you're worried, right, that she could break loose and maybe do it again.
Yes,
right,
like a caged animal. So maybe that thing, yeah.
So like maybe you reach over and just kind of like pinch her nose.
Okay.
Like just like me, nobody will even notice. Like nobody will even notice. She's got a duct tape mouth. She can't breathe out of it. Yeah. Maybe you just pinch her nose for a minute.
She forgot her mask. We just got to cover her up.
She passed out?
Yeah.
What happened over there?
Wow.
Maybe you just end her. She tried to kill how many people in that plane?
Right before landing, it said. So she was deep into the flight. A crew member said that the woman had an outburst and had the urge to get up and get off the plane.
Yeah. Killed her nose.
She was screaming, "I need to get off this plane." And she went up to the exits and started banging on the door. "You need to let me off this plane." This lady, I mean, dude, she needs to be in jail for a long time. Because her
name wasn't Joanne Saunders, right?
Let me read. No, I don't see that. No,
I was gonna say, because my Nana hasn't flown in like 40 years and because she can't smoke or whenever they banned that. I was gonna say maybe she tried to fly for the first time and she needed a cigarette.
Think of that.
She could have been freaking out trying to get off.
Would they stop the plane if you lit a cigarette? Probably, right?
My Nana would. I think if you got her on a plane, like if we snuck her on, she didn't really realize it or something. We somehow snuck her on a plane. We're like, "Nana, this is a train.
Wow.
We're not going on a plane. We're gonna have plenty of stops." I think she would just spark up. She'd be like, "You fucking moron." So I'd be like, "How'd you get a lighter through here?" And she'd be like, "I have one always."
Oh my goodness, dude. Yeah. I mean, listen, I don't think your Nana would try to hug and kiss other passengers mid-flight. I don't think I don't know that. I certainly don't know.
It's been a long time since Nana's been in that kind of elevation.
Good point. It's a good point.
You're real freaky up in that area.
It's a good point. You think that's probably what it is? You think, you get it? You start losing a little oxygen? Yeah, that's a good point.
A couple drinks in you? Maybe a Xanax?
They said that she's going to lose...
the ability to fly?
They said, yeah, well, definitely that, right? She's done so.
No fly.
$2 million in penalties they're claiming.
What?
Yeah.
2 million.
Something like... Oh, okay, no, I'm sorry.
What?
The big fine apparently is like 80 grand. Okay, so maybe I'm a little off there. But yeah, crazy one, huh?
80 grand, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe just Throw her in jail.
I think she goes to jail, right? There's no way you don't.
But like again, that's just a waste of her tax dollars. Kill her.
I heard this on
Kill
Rogan though.
her.
I heard Jamie say this on Rogan that it's physically impossible to open the door mid-flight. Like
There'd be so much fucking.
Yeah, like which kind of makes sense.
Probably pretty vacuum sealed, you would think.
Yeah, and like I doubt the plane just like lets you just like open it. Like it's the most sophisticated thing in like the world.
One lever.
Yeah, I don't think you just flip it up like it's a roller coaster ride.
Yeah, the only thing that's stopping you is that 110-pound flight waitress. Whatever they call stewardess.
Yeah, because seriously, like what happens there?
We all just suck out and fly out.
Yeah, like there's no way that thing can't be opened. But like I bet if it's like right, she said it was right before landing. So if it's low enough and you're not going as fast,
I was gonna say what happens.
You might have a chance.
Yeah, emergency.
Oh, okay. This is I don't know what I would do. I think you're right. I would probably just pinch her nose and hope she passes out and say, "Thank God, I just saved everybody."
I have no idea. I don't know how she died. Suffocated. You're joking.
She did?
Wow.
No.
The way. You know what? It did look like they brought that tape a little high.
Yeah.
Her family should sue.
She was talking about how she had COVID too, just 2 weeks ago on the flight. So maybe that had something to do with it as well. I would imagine. Yeah, I do. What else you got? You got anything for me today?
We had I read a crazy story about. Let me go through my notes here so I don't fuck up his name. Morgan Madison.
Morgan Madison. Who's that?
Maybe I feel like that's wrong.
Morgan Madison.
Morgan Hoffman.
Okay.
Morgan Hoffman. Mm-hmm. The Madison one was definitely that story of that.
The Madison Cawthorn.
Yeah.
So that's what I just almost just said. Let's update them. What happened? There was
Which one, you
proof.
Go that one?
Then just real quick. Just real quick. I want to go to your other Madison. But what happened with that one recently?
They basically thought that they started at a Coke party. That was something different. But I guess more recently, something else is happening with him today. I saw.
He had dressed up in like a drag queen outfit, right?
Yeah, I saw
crazy
that.
party.
He had like a lingerie.
Who knows?
I don't know what was going on.
These politicians are crazy. Continue.
He can walk, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
right,
that wheelchair's fake.
Yeah,
oh my God.
yeah.
We've talked. Yes.
Sure.
Just like pretty much any famous wheelchair's fake. Yeah, they're all fake. They can all walk for sure.
Definitely.
Just like Stevie Wonder's not blind. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
No.
Stevie Wonder a guy?
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe. What's a guy?
Very true. Morgan Hoffman. So he was a superstar in college.
Okay.
Kid, PGA golfer. Let me backtrack a little.
Okay.
Superstar kid growing up. Same class as Spieth and all them. Kind of number one actually out of that class coming out of college, and then he gets his tour card, or like they get exemptions once you're like that good out of college and you're able to play a few things.
Okay.
And he gets diagnosed with muscle dystrophy. I think I have
nailed
that.
it.
Did I really?
Who knows? I can't say it.
Muscle dystrophy. I don't know if I have that correct or not.
People know what you mean.
Essentially, like basically eat away at your muscles.
Yeah.
And the one that he had, the one that he got diagnosed with, after he was diagnosed, he was talking about it with people, and an Olympic swimmer that was diagnosed with it a year before him had hit him up, and he was in a wheelchair already. Mm-hmm. And he was like, hey man, this stuff was like brutal to me. So he goes to like every expert he can possibly find, and they basically all tell him, yeah man, there's nothing we can do. There's no treatment for this. Basically, we're going to give you some things to alleviate any pain, and basically we hope to keep you out of a wheelchair for as long as we can is our goal.
And there's no like cure for that disease, right?
That's what I mean,
yeah.
yeah. So he was basically like, fuck off. Mm-hmm. Like he was like, basically they told me there's nothing we can do. Good luck. And he was like, he kind of felt like jaded by it, and was like, there's no treatment, there's nothing, like like there was no sympathy for it, I guess, is kind of like how he felt. But he ends up like leaving and going and trying to like explore like Western medicine, or is no. Is that right? Western, or are we
Eastern? Eastern medicine. Yeah, we're Western on the map. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, Eastern medicine, like alternative medicine.
Alternative medicine. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
you might be. You're a good candidate for that one day. I think.
For what?
Not the muscle disease, but like a searching alternative medicine.
Maybe.
I think that you'd be right up there. I think that's you to a T.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Either way, he ends up going through this fucking all these nutty things, finding some things. He ends up drinking, like taking different like diets, for lack of a better term.
Okay.
Like one of them was like a grape diet where he only ate grapes, strictly grapes for I forget how long.
Really?
And
the Charlie Kelly cheese diet. Shout out Always Sunny. You ever seen that episode?
No, I haven't. Is
he only eats cheese, for like a month straight.
I'm sure it's really healthy.
Yeah.
No, but then he was drinking his own piss, where only thing he would drink and eat for I think like a week was his own pee.
What?
Wake up in the morning, drink his pee. Yeah, and so anyways, he's going through this quest, I guess you could call it, right? Trying to find himself or trying to find a better way of healing. And like he's going through all these different types of plant healing things, and he's going through like spiritual healing kind of, and monk.
Did he try CBD?
He was on. Yeah, he's big.
Yeah, I bet he's big on that.
Big advocate of the CBD and the marijuana. That was actually one of the things that he talks about. But basically, he kind of gets to the point where he's trying to manage how to treat this and how to go on the PGA Tour, and he basically loses like all of his like swing speed. So he basically says, "I can't do it anymore. I got to take a injury leave."
Okay.
Takes this injury leave, kind of goes on, finds more stuff, and he doesn't really relieve or kind of reveal what has kind of been working for him necessarily, but like he's gotten back his swing speed.
Is he able to play golf again?
He's back playing golf.
Really?
And he hasn't really kind of broken down like what he believes has been like his healing, because he's been gaining muscle again. Right. So he's like kind of like beating it, and like he like I don't. There's no like for me to kind of give like a definitive thing of like what's done it. It's kind of like he went out into like. I have it written down. I think it's like Puerto Rico or can't remember where the hell he ended up going, but like I'm saying, doing all sorts of alternative medicines and stuff. Right. And he's kind of beating it, but the crazy thing now is he was able to get like an exemption from the tour. Like the tour is basically
supporting him.
Kind of like
really.
They gave him a leave, basically meaning we're not going to take your card from you, but they gave him a time frame, and his time frame just came up, and he has to come back, and he has 3 starts to get his card back.
Really?
He has to finish.
He has to play well to get his card back.
Yeah, he has to. Wow. He has 3 starts.
They just give him like a year.
Yeah, they give him
an year.
So I think
but like to play, to like come back.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you like want like, all right, so I haven't played real golf in however long, and you have a time frame that you're giving me, or I have to play real golf. It's not even like I'm injured. I can just come back like it's Tiger Woods and come back in 2 years or whatever.
He lives.
Like that's kind of terrible. That sucks.
Yeah, he found like the 3 or the 4 like craziest healing places in the world where the people live the longest.
Right.
Like the averages. And they're like all over, but one of them is in California, and that's where he set up this like healing center. Part of me thinks it's kind of almost like a marketing scheme, because he's setting up a healing center.
I was going to say, like I don't really trust any of that, but I think
the proof will be in the pudding, right? If he's able to do it. I mean, there's been no treatment for Western medicine, so if he's able to go out there and beat it and do it, I mean, there's got to be some kind of.
Then whatever he's doing should be studied immediately, right?
Maybe it's just weed.
But right. No, it's just CBD. I'm telling you, it fixes everything. Yeah. But I think I think it's a little dicey, because I feel like as great as some of the methods could be, I feel like there's just as many probably scam methods that aren't. Yeah. I know that I'm not saying the FDA is great, but at least there's somewhat of a regulation in America.
He believes cancer is beatable 100%.
That's exactly what I said. But I feel like
no, he does. That's
this guy. I thought you said I was saying that. No, when I said the FDA. Okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like people are really quick to just get like scammed with that. You know what I mean? Because it's just you don't have a lot of hope. You're just kind of like, we got this spinal surgery, we got this whatever, this brainstem implant. Yeah. Like I feel like that's just very easily, because if you have a terminally ill disease,
you're hopeful for anything. You're dying. Will do anything. Right. That's what I was gonna ask you. Do you think you would go on if you got diagnosed terminally ill? Do you think you'd be on it? And everyone around here is like, yeah, you got like 8 months to live. I mean, live it up, would you try to go find treatment, or do you think you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna go live it up the best 8 months I got?
I would still try to find a treatment, but I would be aware.
I guess muscle dystrophy is probably not as bad, because it's not gonna kill you right away, but like. Probably something like that.
Let's say it's 18 months to live, right? But you don't know. But you don't know that you could seek alternative methods that might extend your living. Would you seek those methods? And even though every doctor said that
basically I have 18 months till I'm in a wheelchair, or
no, 18 months you're done.
Oh, dead.
Done. So you know that like the last 6 are probably tough there as well. So just say you got a year of like quality life. Would you take that year and like I think what you're asking, would you live it up and have the year of your life and just don't care about money, don't care about anything else for your future, because you know that this is it? Or would you take that year and dedicate yourself to try to find any method possible of extending yourself and try to make the life that you want to live? I think it's a really good question. Like I don't know what I would do, because I don't think anybody knows what they would do in that situation until they're presented it. But
I don't have.
I would. It'd be tough for me to sit every day knowing that like I could potentially be doing something to help myself, like live longer, and I'm not because I'm just giving up.
Double-edged sword. You sit there.
I don't think I would be able to have fun. I don't think I would be able to go to the Bruins game. I don't think I'd be able to go to the Stanley Cup Finals or whatever big event you want to go to during this time frame and be like happy if I'm not even at least trying to like extend my life.
At the same time, you might be sitting there, double-edged sword. You might be sitting there going through with it, and you might be in a village somewhere eating some kind of fucking shit, and then there's going to be the moment where you go, I might be spending the last year of my life doing something for nothing because some quack over here is telling me to eat this fucking bird shit. You know what I mean?
Like, I would never get to that point. I wouldn't do that.
Well, I mean, that's kind of where you'd be at. What do you mean?
No, but
you're
like
fighting for your life. You're literally trying to find anything. You're at the point
but
where
I think that this is where you got to be realistic about it. Like, I think that if the Mass General doctors, the smartest people in the world, are telling you like you have this amount of time to live,
I don't think they necessarily know all.
Of course they don't. Nobody's saying they do. I'm just saying that if unanimously the decision is this is what's going to happen, say it's a really tough cancer. I don't know what the hardest one is, but say it's the hardest type of cancer that has the least survival rate, right? Yeah. That they know for a fact this is what happens to people. Like that obviously is sad, and I don't think you're wrong for trying to, seek alternative methods to extend your quality of life for the X amount of years you have. But like at the same time, I don't think these people are telling you this because that they believe in their system and their system's right. I think that they know that by test and through everything and through all the X's that they've checked, that they're not just going to tell you you're dying. They've probably done every, you know what I mean? I imagine so. I don't know, but
if you ask me now, I'd probably say I'm going to go live it up and just try to get the best year that I can out of that.
Yeah, but would you ever be happy? Like, would you be able to live it up?
If I had kids, I'd probably go the other way and say I got to do everything I can to fight to live. But like, that'd be tough, man. Like especially like you're saying, you have like the most educated doctors telling you, look, man, you got a year. You're gonna die. There's no going around this. Like,
right. And that's where it's like I feel like eventually like
it's like that's gonna sit with you the whole time. So like when you're going to try to fight it with your alternative medicine, like that's gonna sit with you. That's kind of my point I'm making. Yeah, you're gonna sit there going, I'm wasting my time. I should be at least either with my family or being somewhere fun, doing something crazy,
or just a crazy procedure at a hospital where it's gonna take you whatever it is to recover from that. Like it's gonna take you months and months to recover. You don't even know if you have those months. Like I get exactly what you're saying, but I'm with you. I'd like to think if I knew I was going to die, I would live it up like fucking crazy. But I also would have a hard time just kind of accepting that, like, hey, I'm just going to die and this is it. Like, I'm not some like crazy fighter of a person, but like, I feel like maybe it'd be really just hard to enjoy shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Maybe you maybe you start to try to find meaning into your last year and you try to like kill some bad people.
Like a vigilante.
Yeah, like you become like a vigilante.
I didn't even think of that.
You're like instead of just like living it up, you're like, you know what? I want to get some meaning out of my last year. Like I'm gonna do something that like means something.
But what if I flip? What if I go Walter White and pretend that it's for my family, but it's really just for me because I have a crazy ego?
And you end up beating it.
Yeah, like Walt. Remember that? That dude.
You're kind of dope.
Don't get me with Breaking Bad.
Kind of dope. It would be.
No, it wouldn't be good because if you lived it up, it wouldn't be good. Actually, it kind of would be.
I mean, you know.
But I feel like everybody would be like,
exciting life.
Oh, you kind of faked it.
Did you though?
Like you faked it. You really had. Oh, you had cancer. Like you know what I mean. You'd be that guy.
You beat it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
if you had it and you beat it, and then you just had this crazy story to go with it, you're like, I mean.
So what's your final answer? You would live it up for 12 months, or you would seek the alternative and try to extend your life, and even though that there's probably a less than 1% chance of that happening. But like you're saying with this kid, people probably told him he's not gonna be able to golf for.
So you mean a wheelchair in a year?
Yeah, so it's like shit can change, but.
Yeah, he was talking about he's like the people that I went to have cured tumors the size of grapes and stuff in their brains, and I'm like, you never know.
You don't, and you certainly don't, but.
You'd probably at least want to go look and find out like what it would take, what would I have to go through.
Right. What
do I have to go through?
I would exhaust all of my methods like for the first few months, 6 months, whatever. And if nothing's working and I don't have any hope, then I would just I'm not going to keep looking up until the day I die. I would be like, all right. That's why I'm saying I think you have to be realistic if you are going into that.
Would you kill anybody for like a...
Would I kill a random person to extend my life?
No. Would you
I would say yes, 100%. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Would you kill someone as like a vigilante?
Yeah. Oh my! Especially if I was dying,
I don't know how much. Mind?
Off the top of my head, I mean, a lot of people would probably say I have to say Putin, right? I mean,
good one.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting too close to him though.
I was gonna say like
more realistic.
I would probably go with like Derek Chauvin would be a good one right now if you could get to him.
Who?
The guy that killed George Floyd.
Oh yeah, he sucks. Yeah, but even like he's not too. He's less.
I mean, he'd be a hero.
You would be. No, but that's the thing. But this is where you got to understand. I'm not doing it for the longevity of being a hero. I'm doing it for personal, like, vendetta and shit I care about.
Yeah,
like,
Putin be good one.
Well, I mean, it's tough to pretend I really care about the Ukraine.
Yeah, it's kind of a...
You know what I mean?
It's kind of a fake.
Yeah. Let me think. Who could I take out that I really... like,
what would be...
That, like, I don't, you know, if you ask me at a certain time, I would say Menners, but I mean, you know, we have a good relationship right now. So if you asked me when VD initially exposed us with the K Marco stuff, I would say VD. I wanted him dead, not joking dead, like not breathing dead. Yeah,
you did want him dead.
We're, you know, we've moved on.
I think we've done more than move on. We've moved up.
It's true. We certainly have moved up. We have.
Yeah, that's really all I got with that crazy story.
Crazy, wow.
Yeah, 3 starts, which is just, I couldn't imagine the pressure of sitting there going, I have 3 starts to decide the rest of my my career. He was doing all right. Like, he had come in second. He'd made I think $7 million in the short time that he was on tour. Mm-hmm. Sponsored by Ralph Lauren.
Oh, really? So he's like real.
Yeah. He was supposed to be like kind of the big. He got sponsors out of college. Like, he was fully decked out.
Damn, poor kid. It sucks.
Yeah, he was talking during it, and it sounds cocky, but he was like, it was weird going from driving out of clubs or dinners in a 2-car sports car with 3 other girls sitting in a 1-seat passenger. Like, humble
brag.
Yeah, it was a humble brag. He was like, I know it sounds like a brag or whatever, but he was like,
no, it is. That's exactly what it sounds like.
And he was like, but it was just a real weird wake up when I went from that to finding out, hey, you're going to be in a wheelchair within a year.
Yeah.
And he was like, it just kind of changed my life so fast. He was like, I was on the top of the world. Like, I was living life. Right. He was like, and then boom. And he was like, and they kind of all talk about that. They were like, I mean, he was friends with like Justin Thomas, all those guys.
Yeah,
then like in the article, they like asked them about him, and they're like, wow, I haven't heard him in a while.
Yeah,
like,
sad.
They're all like, because he just kind of like didn't even say anything to anybody. He just literally kind of like fell off. Right. See you later. Did his own thing. Stopped going to like events and kind of being like part of the group with everybody, and kind of crazy.
Yeah,
the person that he stayed friends with is Daniel Berger.
Oh yeah, I've heard of him.
And I guess he's been like a big help in trying to get him back and all that shit.
All right. Sad stuff.
Yeah, nuts. Sad 3 starts. 3 starts to figure it out.
You mentioned this doesn't really relate to this, but you said multiple girls and just him.
No.
This is kind of a question I want to propose to you. KFC was talking about this. No, certainly not me either. That's not one I was going to ask. I knew that answer. But KFC, I think he's talking about this. I don't know what show it was, but where are you at with the guys? It's guys' night, and the girls there watching the game. And where are you at? Hold on, to flip it. Is it the same if it's girls' night and you're the boy with the girls?
You're a fucking loser if you're the boy with the girls. That 100% clear. You're a fucking loser.
I couldn't agree more. Especially if it's your girlfriend's like best friends. If you just have like friends that are girls, I don't think that's weird. But I think that if it's your friend, if you're hanging out with your girlfriend and her friends and you're consistently the tag along, weird move.
I don't mind if you're there every once in a while. Maybe you're like there getting drinks with all the girls. You know what I mean? That happens all the time. I get you. But like, if you're crashing girls' night, it's weird. That's fucking bizarre.
Thank you.
Other way around, it's not that bad.
I couldn't agree more.
Like a new girl where you're kind of bringing around, like it's like like that can be annoying. Mm-hmm. But like your boy's girl that's been around forever that just brought fucking cookies or buffalo chicken dip is like, you're the best. Thank you so much for showing up. We actually like you more than him. Right. We appreciate you coming.
Couldn't you know what I mean? Agree more. And like the thing is I feel like I feel like most guys, if it's at least my friends and us, like if it's just say a new one of us brought a girl over, like there's not much is going to change as far as the filter of the room, what we're talking about. Yeah. And I feel like the girls would be more like, we don't want to talk about the shit in front of him.
I would agree.
Or just be like, it'd be not the actual conversation they want to have, right? Yeah. So I guess that's kind of where it's definitely a double standard. But I'm with you. A
girl will blend in way easier.
There's nothing you can really do unless some girl's like screaming or being obnoxious or saying shit that's way off cuff, or even like, I don't even mind asking too many questions during the game. I don't give a shit as long as you're not asking me. I don't give a shit. Like, just don't bother me. But like even then, I would never be one.
Shut up.
I would never do that though. You know what I mean? Neither would you. Like I would never. I don't know, unless it's like fucking 4th and goal in the the Super Bowl and you're asking me something stupid.
And we tell him to shut up.
Shut
You
the
would.
fuck up.
They
I would
can't-
tell him to
listen,
say, right?
listen,
Get your goddamn mouth. Right?
After the game.
Yeah,
After
I'll
the
duct tape you like that fucking American Airlines passenger right now. But
Protocol. It's protocol.
I guess like KFC said too, every girl in that room, when the guy is there, unanimously agrees we wish the guy wasn't there, including your girlfriend probably the most.
Yeah.
Who's probably, she doesn't want you there.
Yeah,
Get
dude.
the fuck out of here. If she
Why do you want to be there? Nobody, the guy shouldn't want to be there and the girl shouldn't want him there.
Ever.
You know what I mean? It's
no,
just like
you should, in no circumstance should you want to be there if you're a guy.
Like there are things that girls like that guys like.
Yes.
There aren't many things that girls like.
Mm-hmm.
The guy, did I mix that up? I think I might have mixed that up. But either, I think you get the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is like girly things.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of
What's girly things?
Ah, shit.
Hit me.
Purses.
Okay.
That's
a controversial one
cosmetic,
to start with there.
Cosmetic things.
All
Makeup,
right,
maybe.
that's more catered towards the females for sure. I don't know about the purses.
Gardening.
I got a purse.
Maybe.
I'm just kidding.
Gardening. I feel like that's like a Pinterest
No,
hot kind
no,
of. No,
that's not just women. Al's a gardener.
one of the best.
Yeah. Maybe we should ask him. Is gardening for women? He's not going to answer. I'm done. I'm done calling him until we have planned phone calls.
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
What else is a lady thing? But you're saying, okay, well, what are things that girls like and guys like? What are guy things that girls like?
Look, I guess what I'm trying to say is when a bunch of girls meet up,
Mhm.
maybe I'm wrong. I just don't think you're putting on the fight.
No,
I don't think you're putting on the game.
But that doesn't have to.
Now,
doesn't have
whereas
to
the
always be
guys,
game's on.
when the guys meet up and maybe the game's on, I think it's a lot easier for the girl to enjoy the game as well.
All right, well, let me give
Like, I
you
think
this
the
one.
game is easy to like. I just don't think like the girls are doing something necessarily that is going to be
You're saying girls don't watch sports.
gender neutral.
You're saying girls don't watch. Okay,
I just don't think girls are going to be doing something that's going to be kind of appeasing for both sexes. Like I think guys might be doing something that is appeasing to both sexes.
saying guys are more open-minded.
Exactly what you know. What I like
That's
the
what you're
spin on
saying,
that.
right? Yeah,
exactly.
that's what you're saying.
Guys are more. They're less
Optimistic,
inclusive.
baby. Yeah, optimistic
Yeah.
boys. That's
Yeah.
what we are.
I think girls are more inclusive with what they like and what they
They
They have book clubs. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
but
they do things
I
like
also
that.
think it matters where. I think it would be different if you were in like maybe not college, but like I guess it would just be different of who your friends are. If you had just really shitty friends and they were annoying and like shit,
Like shopping. Are you going shopping? You know what I
with
mean?
the girls?
Yes,
No.
exactly.
My
Like-
my situation was presented where it just say you guys share an apartment. It's girls' night. You're hosting. Honey, you should probably go out with your friends. My friends are going out. I could go out with my friends. I could go somewhere else for the night for a few hours. Instead, you know what? I'm going to hang out. I don't mind being around you guys. Like that to me is you're
Weird.
a lunatic. Like a
I love
loony.
you. I love you, man. When he comes out with the root beer floats.
Exactly.
To a girl's
See,
night.
like that's a great
Yeah.
example. We didn't even think
Yeah.
of that. That is
Yes.
a great example
Yes.
where everybody in that room is
Yes.
like, get this fucking
What are-
idiot out of
what
here.
are you doing
Yeah.
here?
We want to talk about dildos and sex. That's what the girls do.
Kind of crazy that girls do that.
That's all they talk about.
It's wild.
That's been the famous question forever. Like, what do girls talk about? What do girls do at sleepovers? Right? Was that from a kid? That's the number one question I would learn. What the hell do girls? That's what I've asked myself forever. What do girls do? I still am wondering.
Yeah. Well, you should know.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't. I just. Yeah. I think it's a double standard, but it's one I agree with. I certainly agree with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't be that guy.
But I do
But be
think
that girl.
See, that's the
Prefer to
thing.
be the girl.
I really don't. I don't mind it. But I guess it's a difference if it's every single time, especially if you're planning something with your friends, and then all of a sudden your friend brings his girlfriend. It's different if you're expecting it. If you're hey, come over for whatever, and like yeah, bring whoever. Like that's totally fine.
A watching event, it's pretty much always
Totally
acceptable.
fine. Yeah, no, anything like that. I'm saying in a situation where it's just like I put out for the apartment. It's your friends are planning the event. It's girls' night. It's
We're going fishing.
Exactly. I'm going to someone's house for,
We're going
something
fishing.
for a few hours at
We're
least.
going
I'm
fishing.
yeah, exactly.
We're going hunting.
fishing. Yeah. Honey, it's dark out. Doesn't matter. Okay. I'm not staying here because it's better than this.
I'm going to go hold my pole outside of Jeff's garage. We're going to kill 6 beers.
Exactly. Oh, that's good. It was a good question. I was kind of.
I would agree. That should be
Yeah.
universally agreed on.
I think it is. I think I think it is, but I also think some girls would be like,
No, we
I have
don't
no
mind.
problem with my boyfriend around. Like, I'm comfortable with him. What are you talking about?
Because she owns them.
Yeah, exactly. Because
She
he does not have a nutsack.
She enjoys being there with all her friends and going, babe, go get this for me.
Yeah. You're her butler
Yeah.
in that situation,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
You're
Slave
carrying
is
the
probably,
bags.
yeah, that's right. You are Harriet Tubman.
Wow.
Is that too far? Was that too far?
Wow.
All right, sorry. I'm letting it fly here today. What the hell else? Did you see this YouTuber kid? This kid crashed his plane on purpose.
Making a bunch of money to make money?
No, I don't know if he died or not, but let's say he didn't. But he probably is.
He crashed the plane on purpose.
For a stunt. And it made me immediately think of the Felger Roy Halladay thing. Remember that whole thing?
Splat.
Yeah. It's fantastic. I don't know why I thought of that, but that
what do you mean though?
He has a plane. Like I can't.
Yeah, but hold on. You said he crashed it.
He was filming
purpose.
it. Like he was trying to make it for like a video and probably be like, I crashed my plane. Look what happened. Emergency landing. You know what I mean? Like setting it up for the video.
What is he going to do? A plane crashing isn't like a car crashing, bumping into a bumper. It's a flying object in the air. Okay. I don't think you can just like fake that while they're in it. Like, what was his goal?
Okay,
what was his plan?
You're gonna make me do research. All right. His name's Trevor Jacob.
I'm a little blown away. That's all.
He's a daredevil YouTuber. Abandoned his plane mid-flight to parachute safely last year. So he is alive.
So there we go.
And a terrifying accident basically he did this all for views. His plane wasn't actually landing or crashing. He just jumped out of it and let the plane crash.
Into what?
It looked like based off this video, it looks like a mountaintop. Like it doesn't look like it's any area.
So he was trying to make it seem like he was escaping,
right? And while accidentally
it was
filming,
all planned.
Yeah, it happened to be filmed.
Great with the crew.
Yes. Yeah. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Right.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, but I guess he's facing a lot of fines, and he might even go to jail. I think. Apparently, he started.
Can't do that.
He started at the time. His YouTuber had like his YouTube had like not a ton of people, but it gained like fucking like 200,000 subs and millions of views
for that one thing.
Yeah, like they've since then the fucking.
Well, maybe it'll work out for him.
The video itself's got over 2 million views. Yeah,
I mean, how much jail time is worth a successful YouTube career?
But these guys, you know what these guys are like though. I like this is a guy who lives in. He's a daredevil. You can't think of this guy as logically. He's doing this stuff like I like to jump out of planes, buildings, shit like that. I don't really have that much of a problem with it. Like if you want to jump off buildings and there's no one else under you.
I think people are just mad that he tried to fake that he had. Like I think if he was just like, hey, fuck this plane and jumped out, people would be like, wow. Like that might have been a cooler video. Yeah. If he goes like, yeah. Fuck that plane,
right?
And just like GTA crashed style. Out and just like videotaped it crashing into something, and then him going like that would have been a pretty. I bet you that would have brought him equal views and probably not as many fines, or maybe just as many fines. You probably can't legally just crash a plane.
Can't imagine you can just let that thing go.
Yeah,
like
probably not allowed.
Yeah, no.
Probably have a permit for that one.
Yeah, I would imagine. I don't think you're driving ever or flying ever again either, but.
Yeah,
oh man, yeah. What the fuck else? I saw that and I was dying.
How about I think we should probably just at least touch on the number 2 story in the world.
Please hit me.
Johnny Depp's bed getting pooped on.
Dude,
it was a number 2 joke there. It was a poop.
Oh, I get it. Very good. Yeah. What's up with that? His wife was mad at him in like a drunk rage. Is what it sounded like.
She, without a doubt, was just trying to get the bag.
Okay.
Yeah, she was planning a whole fucking. Let me try to videotape a bunch of things to make him look incriminating, and then they were like, "Wait a second."
How long have they been married? Do you know?
No idea.
Okay, I'll tell you right now.
Their lawyer was so bad today. A clip that I saw where he asks a question.
2015 to 2017. Go ahead.
Nice. Lawyer asks her. I forget somebody a question.
Okay.
Somebody involved in the situation, not him or her, and. As he realizes that he's asked the question, and as the guy starts to answer it, he realizes that question will make her look guilty and not him. And so he goes, wait a second, objection. And then the judge goes, sir, you asked the question.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, I'd like to move on from that one. It's just such a total scam.
You know what? They shouldn't put these actors on because they're all so stupid. Yeah. And this is the thing. I heard Johnny Depp's testimony, I guess, or whatever, and I started to believe him. I'm like, damn, like the voice, like he's very. I believe him 100%. I believe. I don't even mean the story. Like I'm sure the stories. I'm sure he's telling the truth or she is. I don't care. But my point is, I believe what he was saying because he's a good actor. And I heard his voice. Sure. I didn't even see the clip. I just heard his voice, and I'm like, oh. Yeah, no, he's definitely right. But kind of like what you're saying, all these guys are just very stupid. I mean, all these actors are stupid, egotistical nutbags. So I can imagine Johnny Depp is asking questions to incriminate himself or saying stupid shit. I could see that happening.
No. He did not incriminate himself. Johnny
what are you
Depp,
saying?
No.
The lawyer did?
Amber Heard's lawyer.
Oh, okay. So isn't she an actress? The same difference. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Her lawyer asked the question, trying to make him look bad to a mutual friend of theirs.
Right.
And when he started to respond, he realized that he asked the wrong question and it was going to make her look guilty. So he started screaming out objection, and the judge was like, "You asked that question. What are you objecting?"
Okay.
And he was like,
well, I'm stupid. So are the actors, but I'm stupid here. Yeah, the actors are still stupid.
It's been quite enjoyable. I mean, she pooped all over his bed.
Why did they do that?
She tried to claim that it was one of their pets.
Okay, but why? Okay, fine, fair. I respect the lie, but why do you do it?
She's insane.
Okay, but
she's getting off on ruining his life.
What caused?
No doubt about it.
What caused it?
What caused what?
Let's dig deep here. What caused the incident exactly? She didn't wake up on Tuesday and say, "I'm going to poop on his bed." What triggered her to say, "I'm pooping on the bed"? This is worthy for me to shit on your bed.
My feel. She thinks that she is so fucking hot, so important, and she's so fucking narcissistic that she can't stand that he hardly pays any attention to her. Like, have you heard any of the stuff? Like, she was I can't stand that when we're hanging around and he'll just be hanging out with his friends for 6 hours, or those old guys playing guitar. Like, I just think she's just sitting there like, why are you not obsessed with me? I just don't think he gives a fuck about her. And that was like making her go insane. And he was like, okay. She's like, I'll ruin your life if you don't care about me.
Yeah, but
like, that's the only way that plays out. Like, there's no other situation where she just wakes up. Like, he was never abusive to her. Like, there was no.
As far as we know, we don't know that.
I'm gonna go ahead and I will gladly
I'll
stick my neck out, and I will gladly let you guys cut my head off.
Are gonna
when you guys no go
the females
go listen to any of the clips. Go read
up.
any of it. I mean, she is a 100% hoe bag.
Oh no, dude.
Yeah,
oh no,
she's
it might get kicked off YouTube. Oh no,
she's a sociopathic fucking C-word.
Okay, but like, what do you actually think happened? Like, there had to be something.
Mick, I literally think that she's so fucking narcissistic.
Okay, but we all agree she's trying to ruin his life and get the bag and fuck it. But what happened that day? There had to be something.
Poop day?
Yeah.
She was probably
like what? Like I that's what confuses me.
Like, we're gonna go do this, and he was like,
I get him. No. I get
probably
him sitting at home, drunk, and her being like, "Pay attention to me." Like,
I could see him completely ignoring her, like she doesn't even exist. Like, I'm not dealing with this today. And her just fucking losing it.
Oh yeah, you're not dealing with this?
Exactly.
Oh, really? You're not?
You're not gonna fucking know that I'm right. Just fucking lose it. Like, you're not even exist and I'm here. Like, just fucking gone.
Oh god, dude.
Like, she's 100%.
I love this woman, dude. I don't know who she is, but this is
she
a great
could shit on my face.
Yeah. Oh, she's good looking.
She's hot.
Good looking lady.
Yeah, she's hot.
It's fantastic. Yeah, Johnny Depp. He's a fucking stud.
Think about it.
Yeah, I don't know why I asked that one.
Yeah.
Fantastic stuff there, though. I saw that one, and that was outstanding. I mean, that clip of him telling the story about her shitting on the bed and trying to, like, he was trying basically to not tell it, but he had to tell it, and it's so good. It really is. It's so good. That poor guy, man.
I mean, dude, he lost a lot of money with the accusations that she ripped out. I mean, they canceled him off of Pirates of the Caribbean and all this. Actually, I think one of the ending statements they asked him, they were like,
after there's a new pirate?
It's done.
Oh, okay. I thought they replaced him. Okay.
No, it's just
they
done.
just canceled the series.
Yeah, but they were like, "Would you ever?" And he was like, "There's no amount of money that you could ever fucking pay me. I'll never do a movie with Disney again after what they did."
Wow, really?
Because Disney kind of made it look very incriminating when they dropped him immediately. It almost made it seem like everything she was saying was true without ever looking into anything.
Yeah, when did this start? This was a while ago, right?
Yeah,
this was a while ago.
She was claiming that he hit her, like all this other shit, and then they found like text or they found like video of her saying, "I'm gonna make it all up and ruin your life." And
right.
And like how do you continue with the trial after that?
Just to be fair, like, I mean, I actually don't think that necessarily like would. Of course, it proves that she's absolutely crazy.
What?
Listen to me. You didn't let me finish. This 100% proves that she's absolutely crazy. And everything she said should not be 100% credited. You should look at anything she's saying with complete skepticism. But my point is, just because she said that text once doesn't mean that Johnny Depp couldn't have fucking, they don't have a crazy toxic relationship. That's all I'm trying to say.
Like what? Yeah, sure. Like, but that's.
I think that's a very.
I think the other statement. I think it's more important to recognize that she's deliberately trying to ruin someone's life. And like
we agree. We agree.
That's the toxic part.
We agree. I'm playing devil's advocate. I think the toxic part is definitely that. But my point being is,
who do you think the toxic person in this relationship is?
From everything I know, it sounds like this crazy lady. 100%. I'm with you. I agree with you. I'm just saying, if to send that text necessarily doesn't mean that he's the most innocent either, because I doubt that they've never had a screaming conversation that's been, you know what I mean?
Sure.
That's all I'm trying to say.
They've been recorded.
I'm sure. Yeah. So there you go.
You can see it's crazy. You can see him all
and they were
crazy
married
now.
for 3 years. All I'm trying to say is I imagine, I don't think Johnny Depp is like, yeah, I was just trying to tell her to calm down. Like, I imagine like he was, you know what I mean?
I imagine
fighting
that he's
with her
very
as well.
eccentric and crazy, especially when he's losing it and like when he starts destroying things. So like, I imagine when that started happening, like if he just destroys shit when he gets mad, like
that's kind of a crazy move.
Well, I'm assuming he's not very sane. Like I'm not painting him as a good person or a great whatever. What I'm saying is I don't think he's actually hit her and been abusive to her. I think she saw a situation where this man's a little crazy and was like, oh, if I can just get these videos of these freakouts where he just like destroys shit when he's upset, like I can definitely paint the picture. That
I love this defense.
Abusive.
I love this defense.
Fucking
yes,
yeah,
dude.
she's a snake.
Yes,
she's
the criminal defense of Christian. I love this, dude. I love this. He was just listen. He just smashed every cabinet in our house. He broke every single thing I own. It's not a big deal.
He didn't like him. Yeah, they didn't look good.
Like him.
They
it's
didn't
his
look
house.
good.
I mean, hello.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's an artist.
I love that.
He didn't like it.
I love that.
Yeah, she's guilty.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Before we got to kind of wrap this one up. We're going a little long here.
Okay.
I just don't want to have it too long. I know Cullinane, from what he said to me, or I don't know, he didn't really say this, but he kind of alluded to it each time we record that it shouldn't be more than an hour, because I think they're trying to have like a. Gotcha. You know, we premiere at 7. The other show goes at 8, 9. Yeah, which I get. So, but this one's going to be over an hour. I don't really care. My point being is, I don't think people want to listen to us for that much longer.
Fair.
Did you see? Did you see the climate change activist? You see this one?
What?
This is a crazy one. Yeah, I thought of you immediately.
Are you getting bidded?
No, it's a real one. Maybe I'm not. Pretty sure.
Is it in a room and he's freaking out?
No.
It's not one of those.
No, it's a real thing. No, it's a real story.
That guy's going around to.
So a guy burned himself alive.
Oh,
there you go. Yeah,
saw this.
Happy Wednesday.
Did see this. What a fucking idiot.
So he was planning it
what
for
an absolute fucking moron.
I thought for sure that we were going to see that, he has no family and friends, and he's just dedicated his life to global warming and climate change.
I thought he was gonna be a monk, but
which made, honest to God, I think that happened right before. Didn't like one of Gandhi's
World
buddies
War
do that?
II,
Yeah, one of Gandhi's guys did that, where he burned himself alive for like the food hunger thing. Great cause. That's one I could get behind. Yeah. I don't know if I'd burn myself alive, but that's one I would get myself. I would say, hey, this guy fucking cares. He's watched a lot of people starve. Hey, we're gonna try to bring. It's ridiculous.
Hold on.
Yes.
Let's just talk about for a second. We were just talking about narcissism. Do you know how narcissistic you have to be to think lighting yourself on fire is going to do anything? Like you want to be talked about. Like you want the quite literal center of attention to be on you. Like you are on fire. Like you're not doing this to solve anything. Right? You're not doing anything for a cause. Like it's not going to bring what attention?
Depending on the cause. Well, that's what we learned about it, right? The flaming monk. That's exactly why.
We don't know anything. We just know that a guy burnt himself. We don't even know what
for a hunger strike.
You know what? You know what?
I have no idea if that's true, by the way. I'm completely
Maybe it's bad on us that we don't know that, and it should have brought more attention. But regardless,
it
was a
overall premise. You are right.
It was a Vince McMahon-esque attempt to try to recreate what had already happened in a larger attempt to try to make it seem like what he's going through is on that scale.
Right.
Like, what is he doing? Climate change? That's what it's for. You're a fucking joke. You're a liar.
That's the thing.
Like it makes no sense. This isn't for the kids. It's not for hunger. Like you're a liar. You are a liar. You did this. You burnt yourself on fire and killed yourself for yourself, not for climate change. You wanted to be famous. You wanted to kill yourself. You wanted to go out with a bang. I almost respect it.
But the thing is, like, people will shit on the climate. I don't want anything to talk about climate change. I don't care about it. I don't even know what's true. I don't give a fuck. My point is, it's one of those trigger words.
Real, Mick.
It's one of those trigger words where people get all emotional, right? And they get all worked up about it. I would get it if it was another one of these. If just say it was like a racism thing. Not that like I don't think anybody's doing that, but like at least it's like a real cause.
Yeah.
Something that like, hey, like thousands, millions of people have been affected by it for a while.
This is a white guy on Twitter.
Exactly. You are right when you say this is a narcissist. Yeah. This is a man. I'm sorry. I don't want him to die. You know what it was too? I don't think he was trying to die, because I guarantee you he wrote about this. He talked about this plan for a while, and a bunch of people knew that he was alluding to do this.
There were people there to put
guys, I'm about to do it. I'm about to do it. Like, get Get the hell out of here.
Here we go.
Dude. And everybody said, don't cry wolf, buddy. We're good.
This match isn't starting. I have to go get another. Hold on.
I'll be right back.
Got a lighter?
Get the hell out
I
of
got
here,
gas
dude.
on me.
Yeah, he thought that the fire extinguisher was coming, and people said, fuck off. That shows the true, he probably was a dickhead. If nobody would stop him from burning himself alive, he's probably a dickhead.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, dude, he just, every Thanksgiving, this guy was talking about climate change, global warming, and Al Gore. Fine, burn alive, buddy. Smell ya. Oh, God. I'm telling you, I heard that one, I was dying laughing.
Yeah, he's a fraud. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Your death is it's fake.
Get out of here.
It's fake reasoning.
We got anything else today, though?
No, I mean, real quick, we should just talk shit on Kevin Durant being the most fraudulent superstar.
Let's do a quick little sports minute here. Yeah. Quick sports minute. I like this.
Shout out to my guy, Al's arch nemesis, Jason Tatum, who's been leading us to greatness lately. Swept Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Felt fucking amazing.
Let me hit you with the first take question. Is he taking over as one of the best players in the NBA? A top 5 player?
I would say that he's cracking into that top 5 player.
Did he pass Kevin Durant?
I say yeah.
Wow.
I say yeah. I say
you really do?
Yeah, I say he passed both of them.
Okay.
I think he's a better defender than both of them, and his offense is just right there now. Like, he's so fucking good.
Kind of a little bit of a force, that last one, but...
What, his offense?
Yeah.
I mean, Kevin Durant's offense
so
took
polished.
a step back.
Little bit.
Like, he can't go to the hoop like he used to. Like, it was evident in this playoff series that he doesn't have that explosiveness like he used to. Like, everything was a settled jumper right at the free throw line, or like a couple steps in, as if he was going to the hoop just so he could get that break.
Real quick on them, though, do you think any of it has to do with those guys both knowing that they've been on championship, Kyrie and KD, both knowing that they've been on championship teams, and obviously they thought that it was going to work, so I'm not saying that they weren't a championship contender, but I think after a while they both probably sat there and said, like, this is not a championship
No, I think
team.
I think they thought they could
Really?
win. Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I guess the only way I was giving Kevin Durant, not a
I
pass,
think they're
I'm not
shocked.
giving him a pass. I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Kevin Durant was back in the finals next year being Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? With the right situation.
Me either.
That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. I mean, their offense was terrible.
Yeah. It was garbage. No, dude, it was literally like a high screen, one pass, then it was Katie and Kyrie just going one-on-one against somebody.
You should have had, like, I just didn't understand why Kevin Durant was bringing up the ball.
Yeah.
And, like, trying to go into, like, these ISO things. Like, have Kevin Durant, like, go off of a screen around somebody and have, like, Kyrie Irving working and kind of distracting everybody with the ball, and then have Kevin Durant in stroke, in stride, just hitting jumper after jumper.
Right.
Catch and shoot.
Right.
It's kind of weird that they did nothing like that.
And that's where, like, I mean, obviously the Warriors are the Warriors, and I fucking hate giving NBA coaches credit. But the Celtics coach, you definitely got to give him credit because he's kind of just completely transformed that Brown Tatum relation. Not the relationship was bad, but he's made it work completely and toned Smart down. But I think with the Warriors there, dude, with the Warriors, what they did with Kevin Durant, like people don't realize how, like, good that was for him and how great of a situation. Like, they made it so comfortable. They never made it feel like he was an outcast. Like, he was coming on. He got his shots. He got his. You know what I mean? It was just like
puke worthy.
Yeah,
puke worthy.
And now to look at the Warriors back in it again, back at one of the favorites. I just wish that Kevin Durant era never happened with them.
Have you
like,
seen,
I would be fine if they had 2 rings
Me too.
and not the 3.
Yeah.
Just 1 or 2 rings. You know, and just
100%.
I would give them more credit. I'd be like, it's impressive that they're still going.
100%.
You know, and they're
agree.
smaller guys too. It's not like they're fucking big wing players. Like, they're
No, it takes away. 100%.
Totally
100%
does.
takes away from all of their success. It just kind of diminished it.
Yeah.
Like, it diminished the NBA.
Yeah,
Kevin Durant doing that diminished the NBA. Like, it was like, all right, we have the super fucking team of the Golden State Warriors, and hopefully LeBron can have a good enough team to compete against them this year. Right. It was a fucking joke.
Yeah. I'm. Do you pick who you picking to win the finals? Let's do our.
I'm going Celtics, man.
Predictions.
You got to ride with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're hot. You gotta think if we can beat them, we can kind of beat anybody.
Yeah, I still
It's gonna
think
be Golden State or Bucks or us is kind of how I feel.
Yeah, I still think whoever. I think the Warriors will win it all.
Yeah,
Whoever comes out of the West. But the East has been. I don't know. I mean, who knows? It's tough to predict, but
yeah.
I like where the Celtics are at, and I think me and you have both been since the beginning of this podcast. One of the first debates we got on back when we really didn't have anything to talk about was Brown or Tatum, and do you break it up if it doesn't work? Like, this is proof you don't break it up. You need both these guys to win, especially you need both of them to win championships. Yeah. You can't just have Jason Tatum. He hasn't proved he's fucking that yet. You know, he's great, but he's not that yet. Oh yeah, you're ready to
simmer down.
You ready to crown him Jordan?
Yeah, simmer down. Over
yeah. Oh boy,
Jaylen Brown said some good moments, but if there's anything improving, it's that there's one guy that brings the consistency every time.
For sure, and I think that's the difference. Is Tatum?
There's a guy that's carrying the double team, the load of the team every time.
He's hands down the best player on the team right now. I don't think it's close. But no, yeah, good return to the episode there, or good return to the universe, I should say. Yeah. Please continue checking out the Kirk Minahan YouTube networks. I don't know exactly what the schedule is, but hopefully more content there going soon. Let's see, subscribe to our shit, do the Apple Podcast, the Spotify. Spotify has reviews now. I don't know if you want to check those out and help us out, but please, we would love a 5-star review from you. And follow the Instagram and all that crap.
Yes, sir.
We're not very active on Instagram as much as we used to be. I feel like we were much more active on Instagram and doing like, I don't know. I feel like Twitter's I love Twitter.
Elon.
I really do.
Elon bought it.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we didn't even hit on that. Yeah, it's been bought.
Give me 30 seconds on that.
Go ahead.
No, you hit me.
Yeah.
Give me your best 30 on that.
I mean, I think it's pretty fucking hysterical when you see everybody just erupting, saying. Yeah. I mean, I saw the comparison. It's basically the people claiming that they're leaving Twitter are the same people that said they're moving to Canada when Trump was coming in office. The same people. Yeah. So like, what are they afraid of? Is what I don't get. Like they're afraid that Donald Trump's going to come on and tweet something. Like I just don't get the narcissism that they're like, we are so smart that we're able to decipher it, but everybody else isn't so smart. Like I just don't get like what they're afraid of. Like,
yeah, no,
they're like, oh, did you see January 6th? That could happen again. It's like January 6th with a fucking inside job with the Democrat. Yeah, you know what? And that was enough. And
now you're talking.
And that was a good week.
Yeah. All right, yeah, we'll talk to everybody next week. Take care.